Hello Virgo, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Vickieverlie. I'm the Rock and Roll Prophetess. And before we get started, I just want to point out that you can find me at my website at vickieverlie.com. Don't be fooled by imposters. The decks that we're going to be using today is the Rock and Roll Tarot deck for the main portion of the reading, which is my creation. Then we're going to follow it up with the Luna Soul deck for the second part of the reading. And then finally, we're going to pull an Animal Totem card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. Also my own creation. If you're a level 2 Patreon supporter, there's going to be 4 more cards pulled from the Crow Tarot. Okay, so this is for Virgo Sun sign, Virgo Rising, and Virgo Moon. Or anybody really with prominent placements in their Virgo, of Virgo in their astrology birth chart. It's kind of a big month, but there's a big event kind of happening towards the end of the month. And that is the Uranus North Node conjunction. I mean, it's going to be active all month, but it really hits the end of the month, and I feel like we're going to feel it more moving into August, and I'll probably talk about it more in August readings, but I do want to say that it is important, and it's calling, the universe is calling everyone to align with their true soul's calling and be free of old paradigm restrictions and things that have we've let hold us back. It's time to move forward to the next level of wherever you're at. It's going to be different for everybody. Let's take a look at what the cards have to say. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, excuse me, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, Nine of Swords, Temperance, Seven of Cups, King of Cups, and then the final outcome is the King of Pentacles, which is you. You are the King of Pentacles. You are the Earth sign energy, Virgo. Well, the thing that grabs me right away is look at all the people. I just heard, see all the people. So how does that go? Here's the church. Okay, how's that go? Here's the church, and here's the church. I don't know how it goes. Here's the church, and here's the steeple. Open the doors and see all the people. But there is a lot of people. We've got the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Now, they're all representing as male energy, but that may not be the case, actually. You know, they could be, there's no gender in these readings. But, you know, there's the Knight and the King are together, you know, of the same suit. So this could be the same person. When you get the Knight and the King, sometimes that would be like the same person. Am I zoomed in too much here? No, I guess not. Seems like I'm kind of zoomed in. Let me lift this up a little bit, give us a little more room. There we go. Well, the very first card out is Eight of Pentacles. Like, you've been really working on something. And I feel like this person, the one, at least this one, you know, they've been kind of a naysayer. It feels like they've been crossing you, like you're really working hard on something and you really think it's cool. And all they have is, you know, like nasty remarks to make. And with the cup energy, a lot of times it's not like right out nasty remarks. It's these little, you know, these little comments or these little, it's not real direct. You know, it's, what do they call it? Passive aggressive. You know, it's like kind of passive aggressive little remarks, but made to make you feel bad. You know, they're trying to make you feel bad. There's a couple of this energy. It might be the same person here. But this, notice what's moving out. What's here is moving out, and what's crossing you could be moved out, is the Knight energy. So this is the little bit of the more immature vibration. This is the more childish kind of behaviors. And then we're moving toward the King. So you're going to be in a position where you're the King, which is cool. You know, male or female, doesn't matter, whatever you identify. This is about your status. You're not a knight, you're not a page, you're the queen, you're the king. The king is the furthest along on his evolutionary path, the highest position of the tarot. And then you've got the King of Cups there with you. So this King of Cups, I feel, this is a very good combination for whatever the case may be. You know, you guys have the same vision. You're dreaming the same dream. That's what I'm hearing. You're dreaming the same dream. It's co-creating your reality. Let's put that co-creating your reality, because I feel like you find, you know, partnership is highlighted. Partnership, your reality. you're finding things. And this is, you know, the universe has brought this person and this situation into your life because you are a good combination. This is somebody that you could cooperate with, alchemize with, be in harmony with. You know, you're still stressed out about some of these things. You maybe need a little time to heal over some of this. This feels like a lot of drama. Again, feels like it's moving out, but there was a lot of drama. And you've got to make that decision. The ball is in your court, Virgo. You need to make that decision. And as soon as you do, the universe is ready. I mean, you're co-creating with this person, but you're also co-creating with the universe. You're visualizing what you want, and the universe is listening. The universe is helping to put that together, to create that reality. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The last one on Leo, I made a mistake on the court card, but you know, it's still valid. If I happen to make a mistake or say the wrong thing, this is a psychic reading, okay? So these cards, they're going to tell you the truth. It doesn't matter if I'm accidentally reading the wrong card or something like that. That's just a technicality. When you're working in the realm of the psychic, you don't get caught up on technicalities, okay? Okay, let's see what's going on. Now, you are Earth. We've already established that. So we're going to find you in this deck. Whether you show up as Knight of Discs, it's discs in this deck. So it would be Knight of Discs, Page of Discs, or not the page, Knight, Queen, or King. This goes first, then this. So we're just looking for you right now. We're looking for the card that represents you, and then we're going to look at the cards that are surrounding you, because that's going to tell us what is surrounding you, the environment that surrounds you. These are some of the same cards. See, that's the card I pulled for Leo. That was actually water energy, but okay. There you are, Queen of Discs. All right, let's put one more row below you. And we're really going to get into it. Well, you know, you may be dealing with a Capricorn. The Devil card is here, and in general that means, you know, dealing with bondage or something, but something tells me that you might be dealing with a Capricorn. Here's another thing that the Capricorn energy shows up, and we have, on the 13th of June, we will have a full moon in the sign of Capricorn. So it could be something around that time of that full moon on the 13th that comes forward for you. Four of Swords again. You have the Four of Swords down here and you have the Four of Swords there. So that tells us that you definitely have some healing to do. You've got some healing to do. You have been through some things that have not been great. Some difficulty, dealing with some difficult people. It's showing up here above. But, you know, it's going to work out. The Emperor may be hiring you or offering you a contract. We had this same group of cards with this one last time. Don't worry if you haven't heard from them. It might be something that you submitted, or maybe even you submitted your resume, or you applied for a job or something, and you've been waiting, and don't go, you know, Virgo, you can do that. I love you, Virgos. I always love my Virgos. I have great friends that are Virgos, and great work relationships with Virgos. I've said this several times, but back when my bartending days, you know, I loved it. When I worked with the Virgos, I had to work like in big nightclubs. We had to, you know, have more than one bartender. I was always happy to see when I was on schedule with the Virgos, because they bust their ass, they pull their weight, and you know, you get the job done. You know, you're a worker. You're a good worker. This may not be the time of working right now, because you have all this Four of Swords twice waiting, the Hermit waiting. This might be the time of you put your stuff out there and then you wait to receive, or you continue to work on your own here. The Emperor is going to get a hold of you. Don't get into that mode of, oh God, he didn't call me yet, what am I going to do, blah, blah, blah. Start that crazy, you know, mental chatter stuff, because you are ruled by Mercury. You can get into that mental chatter. You know, I'm looking at this guy, this Emperor, the way he's, and it could be anybody, but for some reason that stands out to me. He's bringing these tools. I just forget, is that a compass or a protractor? I use this in my paintings sometimes to draw good, nice circles by hand. But he's coming with these tools. And I think it's fine. Because I think, like, when I look at this card, it looks to me like, you know, he's almost done this Virgo thing. He's done all the measuring and making sure, checking it. Is it perfect? Is it level? Is it this? Is it that? And he's like, yeah, good job, Virgo. Here's your reward. Here. This is what, everything's cool. Here you go. Here's your money. Here's your we want to hire you, here's your payment, here's your whatever. He's gifting you. He's happy with your performance, and he's gifting you with something positive. There could be some contract that you're signing that is for long-term work, especially if you maybe, some of you may be, with a magician up here, I knew it was around here, and this ace by itself, you may have been a freelancer for a long time, and this could be either not being a freelancer anymore, like really working as an employee, but also like when I used to do freelance graphics, it was great when I got those people that would, they would use me regularly, like an ongoing freelance gig or contract work situation, those were always nice to have, because then you could at least, when you're doing freelance, or even now when I'm doing readings, you never know what you're going to make. It's all over the place. This is like giving you some kind of security, I feel. Like steady, either hiring you on, right on, you're actually getting the job hired on, or, doing this kind of, like I said, a long-term contract work. So it looks really well. But it's not the time to push, Virgo. It's a time to be in receiving mode. Be in receiving mode. Time to receive. I want to put that as your headline for sure. Time to receive, because that's what it is. You worked. You have busted your ass and you have worked. Look at her. Is she busting her ass or working? No. She's sitting there petting the deer and petting the fox, and she has all the beautiful... They're coming to her. This is very much like an Empress energy. They're coming to her. Because she's got that great vibe. She has that great energy. You do this great work. You have this great product, or this great idea, or this great service that you provide. And you've earned this. You've worked very hard and you've earned this. And there could be even a referral maybe from this Queen of Swords, some kind. You might have done, like, maybe you did some work for her, and then she said, oh, I'm going to try... the Empress, gives you a good referral or a reference, or, something along those lines. Okay, let's go ahead and move over to our animal totem for our Virgo friends. This is for the month of July for Virgo sun, rising, moon, or any prominent planetary placements in the sign of Virgo. We have the rabbit. Yeah, the rabbit, well, the rabbit's definitely active, but the rabbit is abundant. And in this card, the rabbit's just sitting there, smelling the flower, being his adorable self. Often the Queen of Pentacles will have the rabbit in it. I guess this deck does not have the rabbit in it. Often the Queen of Pentacles, or in this case it's the Queen of Discs. Let's take a closer look. I guess it doesn't have a rabbit. Oh, I just looked and I didn't notice this before, but the fox, it's got a fish over her head, a bee, butterflies. The fox, if you look closely, I don't know if you can see, his thing is bandaged up. His little leg is bandaged up. So she's fixing, she's a healer. Virgo, you are a healer, That's that 6th house energy. You're a healer. Let's read this, though. Sensitive, artistic, clever, nimble. Outsmarting adversaries by staying one step ahead. Taking colossal leaps and sprinting into the future. Heightened libido and procreation. Yeah, that's what rabbits are always, mating. So they're not sedentary. But I think you've done all this busy work already. Now, don't worry. Just keep refining. Just keep working. Just keep creating your reality, co-creating your reality with the universe and with other people here, in the world. And abundance and good things are coming for you. I was going to say I keep coming up with Capricorn because I keep looking at this. I feel like there probably is going to be a Capricorn involved again, or that full moon on the 13th could be really important for some of you, the full moon in Capricorn. All right, before we go, I just wanted to talk. I don't have any special readings for July. Like, I just finished up the solstice. If you're watching this at the end of June, you can still get in on that solstice reading until the end of June. But otherwise, I don't have any special readings this month, but I do have the regular readings still available. But I just finished this painting, and I'm really excited about it, and I took pictures through, and I wanted to give you guys a quick look at it. It's so cool. This, I was going to make it, I did make it a GIF, but I guess you can't upload GIFs to a lot of platforms, so I made a little video. But yeah, this is the final outcome. This is my latest fine art painting, which is, very much psychic, spiritual art, and I have, other pieces too. So those are all available through Fine Art America. And if you, I chose Fine Art America because it truly is a fine art print. It's not something that's just run off on somebody's computer or at the local Kinko's or Office Depot or something. That's all they do, first of all. That's all they do is fine art prints. So they're very much dedicated to it. They're not printing resumes and other crap, you know. They use high quality paper, even on the regular just prints. They use archival, high quality paper. They use archival inks. They do fine art, that's their thing. So that's why when you buy from Fine Art America, you are buying an actual fine art print. Again, not just some runoff from my computer somewhere. And I have other art pieces on there too. I don't have my page open. I need to get that page open. But on the other hand, if you do like my art but you don't want to invest in an art print, I do have some different art, not the same ones that are available in the prints. But I have some other art that's just available on those notebooks and stuff, notebooks and journals. All the links to all that is below. So if you have you want to buy a gift for somebody or just something nice for yourself, and then it also contributes to supporting me and my endeavors as well. You can find all that link below. If you do like my channel, please do hit that subscribe button. I am the original YouTube tarot reader. I am the first one to ever do this, so I would really like to get to that $100,000. We know that ain't happening. I shouldn't say it like that, but the $100,000. I keep saying that. Maybe for you, or is it for me? But maybe there is somebody gonna get $100,000. But the 100,000 subscribers is what I'm shooting for. So I got a ways to go. I'd appreciate it if you hit that subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me out. So thanks for everybody who does do all of those things and the donations and everything. Oh, one last thing I've been getting a lot of inquiries about. I do these soul readings. Done them for years. And the soul reading takes a look at your past lives and your soul journey and where you're heading. It's deep, it's not a who's going to call me tomorrow kind of a reading. I do those too. But the soul reading is deep. And I've been getting a lot of interest and inquiries lately about if I do galactic soul readings, meaning lifetimes other than earthly incarnations. And I will say that it does show up occasionally. Not every time, but it does show up. And I think why there's this formula out there where you can look at the fixed stars and see where it hits in your chart. And that's just that's a formula. That's not a psychic reading. That's just like, okay, you have this fixed star in this constellation, so therefore you may have had an incarnation in this. And if you want me to do that, I can take some time at the beginning of the soul reading and go through that real quick. But that's just a formula. That's not what I do, which is really tune in. I get visions. I tell you the story of it. It's a true psychic read. I'm like, reading the Akashic records for you, basically. So I do that and can do that. It may not show up just randomly in your soul reading, though, because maybe these lives that you've lived in other, planets potentially or wherever, maybe that has nothing to do with your soul mission on Earth this incarnation. So the soul reading is more about your mission. I can look at those things, and those things do show up sometimes, but so I wanted to just put that out there because I've been getting a lot of inquiries lately. So I just say that to everybody. Can I do that thing where I look at your planets and say, yeah, you lived in this thing? Yes, absolutely. It'll take a couple minutes right at the beginning of the reading. But then I'm going to dive in and do a real psychic reading and actually let the guides show me the real thing. It's not just some formula that's put together. Okay. That being said, I'm going to move on to the Patreon readings. We're going to put some more cards around here for Patreon peeps. So if you're interested in that, you can find that in the links below. Thank you again for all your support. Have the best month ever, Virgo. Looks like some money is showing up for you and some recognition as well. Co-creating with the universe. Lots of good things. Have a great time. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.